Hello everybody, you're welcome to the Lifestyle Show here on New TV, where we bring you boost discussion. And in case you've forgotten, I still remain your girl and the host for the show, EJ. Now, if you haven't followed the Lifestyle playlist on New TV, please do follow us. Follow the Lifestyle playlist on New TV YouTube. Like, subscribe, and keep sharing. Once again, you're welcome. Now, life abroad is often painted as a dream come true, a passport to new opportunities, exciting cultures, and a better standard of living. From social media posts to scenic landscape of stories of successful of success and transformation. Okay, it's easy to believe that living overseas is the ultimate goal. Okay, but beneath the surface of this glamorous image lies a more complex reality. While moving abroad can indeed open doors, it also comes with challenges, sacrifices, and unexpected emotional struggle. So, is life abroad really what it seems? Or is there more to the story than meets the eyes? Now, with me in the studio are two lovely people. Two gents that are actually going to be helping us look at this topic today. Is life abroad / overseas reality really what it seems? Excuse me. Now, without further ado, let me introduce my guest. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes.
He's been on my show once. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Yes. So my name is Emmanuel Agbenosi.
Okay.
So I'm a Togolese.
Okay.
Well, in my life,
yes. What do you do?
in my professional life,
yes.
I'm a consultant.
Okay.
I also do teach at university.
Okay.
I teach internet governance,
okay.
and I'm a policy specialist.
All right.
So everything ICT policy, that is where I swim.
There's still more. He just wanted to be modest. It's nice having you here, sir.
Thank you.
And then we have Mr. Christian. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Christian Apia.
Okay.
From a Ghanaian origin, but I'm born in Togo and I grew up in Togo.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur
All right.
in the area of agriculture. We are into production and marketing of organic products to the European Union.
Amazing.
So to say.
And there's still more. I wonder why they are being so modest about their, designation and all that. However, it's fine. It's good to have you both here.
Yeah,
thank you both for joining me in the studio today. Now, let's proceed to the question. When people talk about greener pastures, Mr. Emmanuel, greener pastures abroad, do they often exaggerate the reality, or is it true? Is it really true what they say?
It's exaggerating, let me say. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
As you know, migration for Africans is often seen as a lottery. You know, it's like a lottery. The day you got a visa, it's like you won that lottery.
You
won that lottery.
We go to church and we say, praise the Lord.
So, families in Africa, they celebrate migration.
Okay.
In our culture, in churches, everywhere, people even pray to be able to travel.
Exactly.
So, travel 1,000 miles for Africans is like winning that lottery in the real sense of it. Because when you leave, 6 months after, people are expecting remittances.
Yeah.
A year after, some may be expecting cars.
Exactly.
And after 2 years, they ask you, why haven't you built your own house? So, yes, I think that is how we actually paint migrating abroad. I think I'll have time to come back to the other side of the coins, but I think from our culture as Africans, we see migration as a ladder, to succeed in life.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Christian?
Yeah.
Do you think life abroad is better than home?
I think life is better everywhere.
Ooh, they are being modest though. Okay.
Seriously speaking, I think life is better everywhere.
Okay.
But it depends on visions. It depends on what you want to do in life. It depends on your plan, what you're about. But I'll join my brother. In Africa, we have this culture. Once you get the visa, you are abroad. That means you have made it in life.
Yeah, blue.
But I've been there. I've seen people suffering. Yeah, people suffering very much. So it's it's not that once you get there you have found green pastures. No, you can be here and be prosperous. You can also be there and also be prosperous. So that's why I say in the beginning that green pastures are everywhere.
All right. Now, how do cultural differences, Mr. Christian, cultural differences, language barriers, and racial identity, how does it shape the day-to-day experience of immigration?
You know, when you are not at home, you are not at home. And when you go and visit your brother, you have to learn how things are done there.
Yeah.
My first experience, that I would say, the first time I get to France, I was staying with one of my friends, and then he went out. I wanted to cook rice, so there was no rice in the house. So I went to the neighbor. She was a lady. I went to her, and then I knocked at her door. I said, "Please, I want to cook rice. Do you have some rice to give to me?" She said, "Yeah, sure. I will give you rice." She gave me rice. I went, I cooked, and then I made a portion for myself, for my friend, and also for her. So my friend came back and he said, "Okay, brother, where did you find the rice?" I said, "No, I asked the neighbor." She said, "You asked the neighbor. This thing, you don't do it here." I said, "What's the issue?" He said, "Hey, if you are not like really, if you are not very, how will I say? If you are not
if you're not part of them, or
yes,
you're not a white person.
Yes, if you are not really wise, they will stick some things to you. Like that lady can even pursue me for sexual harassment.
She can sue you for something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
like in life abroad, you know, they have their culture, and if you don't know and you get there,
You might mess yourself up.
yeah, you mess yourself up, and then you find yourself into critical situations.
Okay. Mr. Emmanuel, do you have anything to say with regards to this?
Yes, of course. I think in every society, even if you migrate within Africa, you still face the same, cultural differences. I had a chance to live in Ghana, just here. I live in Tunisia. I live in France. I live in London. So I can say clearly that the cultural differences go beyond language, as he said. The way people greet, the way people even work, the way people eat, the way people value the privacy of each other. You know, in Africa, we have this philosophy where we say, "I am because you are," Ubuntu. We live in a community. We share everything together, our successes, our griefs, everything together. But when you arrive abroad and you see that privacy of people, where people are more individualistic, where, as he said, you're smiling or greeting somebody can end up as sexual harassment, because that is their culture. In Africa, we are warm, we are loud, you know, and when you arrive in environments where everything is strict, you know, it's like the time. When they give you a time, in Africa, we say the African time. You add 2 hours to it. You know, abroad, 5 minutes can cost you everything. Like, if they say the train is leaving at 10, get in 10 minutes before, it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
So, like, you face those, you know, cultural differences for some time. Then come the language. Some years ago, I wasn't speaking English. Okay, I am a French native, and ending up in countries or traveling abroad where you have to express yourself. Last time I was looking at my travel book, because I have a travel book to write my memoirs, and I noticed that in Africa, I have traveled 44 countries. Okay, I have 10 left to do.
Make it 54,
you know,
right? So
70 abroad. And in all those countries, I ask myself, how were you able to navigate? What is the passport? Is the language. Language is the passport. We do have universal language, which is the sign language, but sometimes, and I'll end up with just an example. I was in Abuja in May, and I have some Togolese friends who were attending the event I was attending, and the one cracked this joke because he wanted fish. So when he got to the restaurant, he got a filet fish.
Okay.
A filet fish, meaning fish without bones. So when they brought the thing, he couldn't speak English. So he's like, "I want full fish." You know? So when he said it, we cracked that joke, we laugh about it, but yes, it's very, very important because that pushes you to learn other languages. Today I could speak different languages because of that, openness to the world, that you are ready to embrace those cultures. So that can be the first struggle for, let's say, a student who just arrived, as he said, in France or in Germany, where he can't speak those languages, where he's not in a community like he used to, in his home country. That can be a first, barrier and challenge for the person.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel.
I remember when we went in Germany, we had a business meeting with one of our customers, just to come back to what he said about time. So the time was 10 a.m. We arrived there 5 past 10. The guy said that the meeting is over. I was like, seriously? 5 minutes?
5 minutes late. Where in Africa, 5 minutes, they've not even come.
It's nothing. But I've learned something, like with these people, when they say 10, it is 10.
It's 10.
So that's it. You are open to learn new things, to learn new culture, new way of doing things. So that's what it does to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christian. Now, I have another question. What hidden struggles do people abroad face, that they really can't share with their families or loved ones?
There are multiple, but maybe I can just give
break it down.
Yes, one or two. It depends on how close you are with some people over there to be able to share
those personal
personal, because it's very personal. Because compared to our culture here, is not it. I have one of my friends that married and he lives in France. Each time when I travel, I used to go and visit him. Yes, so we are part of a team. We are all friends, but he was able to share this thing with me only. Alone, because of the way we were close together. So his wife will be beating him.
No way. Is she a white person?
No.
Oh wow.
His wife will be beating him, and he can't speak because he married the lady. The lady has the paper, so because of the lady, he also joined over there. So the lady will be beating him. He will show me scars from his. He will show me scars from his body. I was like, man, what's happening to you?
Like real scars?
Real scars.
No
but
way.
That guy is somebody that have done martial art, but he cannot touch the lady.
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you, because there are some personal things, because in those countries, power is more given to
for the
women.
ladies,
and they can do whatever they want.
Mr. Emmanuel, do you have anything to add to this? Oh my God.
What can people share? A lot. There's a lot people cannot share because when you arrive in France, let's say you are a trained engineer, from Togo or from Ghana or whatever it is, you arrive in Europe. People study medicine, I know them for 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. Then they arrive in Europe, they said they can't recognize your certificates, because you didn't have the same labs, the same practices, etc., where you cannot even be a nurse.
Wow.
So you see those people cleaning hospitals. Those are like very difficult realities they cannot share with their family back home. I tell people that people live paycheck to paycheck because if you take countries like France, where you have the minimum wage, 1,400 euro, the average rent in Paris is around 1,200. So left how much? 200. And that is without utility. Wow. So at the end of the day, people are expecting remittances back home. Okay?
Yeah.
And especially, I think, when you see people who went abroad, who have actually, gotten loans, starting projects, and your family is expecting that from you. But you have your own project. Maybe you went abroad to further your studies. You went abroad to do a certain things that matters to you. So people are expecting a lot from you that you cannot share. He mentioned something about family. Let's give an example. My daughter was born during COVID period. And during that period, one thing I cannot do is basically affording having a mate to take care of the child, as we do in Africa. You come back home with a 2 days old child, you have to bath the baby. So imagine when everybody call you from home, greeting, saying, "Oh, how is the baby? He's doing very well." But you can never actually tell them that, "Oh, look, I'm bathing the baby, a 2 days baby." And as an African man, those are like sad realities because we grew up, seeing, as I said earlier, we are a community. Okay, I am because you are, and that philosophy go across Africa. Meaning what? The day you are giving birth, either your mother-in-law or whatever, a family member is there to support that young couple and those kind of things. You don't have those kind of reality, abroad. And those are things you can never, ever, because if you explain to an African, they may not understand. They will say, "Look, you are working. Why can't you get a maid to help you? I told you the minimum wage is 1,400. How much are you earning to go and get somebody, to support?" So we have, a lot of stories. I tell people that there are other things that people don't share. When you arrive, I will keep giving the example of Paris because that is the reference for me. That, Eiffel Tower, when people go and take that picture, that large smile, behind that last smile, there's that loneliness in that tiny apartment that they can never share. So those are some of the other side of the quest.
All right, we'll come back to that loneliness part. I have a question with regards to that, but then before then, let's see a video. We'll be right back.
So when I got on the plane the first night in 2002, I thought to myself, in 6 months I'll be building mansions in Nigeria, I'll be buying cars and I'll be doing everything. But I got here, you see the reality of life. It takes you like a year or two before you even settle.
I was the only black female in my class. I couldn't socialize.
You don't get friends here. Here you're on your home. Your family is you. You are your father, you are your mother, you are your uncle. You are everything for yourself.
And they were like, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Nigeria." And then somebody behind me just made a random statement. I said, "Yeah, there are a lot of scammers there."
One of the first shockers I had was in retail. That was one of the first jobs I did. And then I just said, "Oh, so where is my chair going to be?" And then the guy looked at me and said, "What chair?" And I thought, so am I going to be standing for the rest of my shift?
I have one story where I went to Tesco's and then I saw an old woman who was about 80 years old or so, and she was struggling to pack her bags. Me as a Nigerian who just came, I didn't know anything then. I just came over to try to help her and she looked at me like, "Are you trying to steal my stuff?" So that's when a couple of the black people who were there told me, "This is the UK, you don't do that here." I sat at home for about 2 months, and after 2 months I started doing cleaning in central London. I was paid £4 an hour for my cleaning job.
When I applied for some jobs, one guy actually called me from one company, a recruiter, and said, "We can't pay you." It's today I realize why some of those things happen then, because some of the people that you end up working with don't even have degrees, they don't even have diplomas. So I realized that what you need is actually work experience. And I always tell people that when you come to this country, no one cares about your degree, no one cares about your PhD. It depends on what job you want to go into, but if you don't have UK work experience, no one's going to hire you. And I thought to myself, so why am I paying £9,000 on top of what I've already paid? And I'm going to end up going to work in freaking, Tesco's with an MBA degree.
Okay, it's pathetic, actually. I must say
it is not.
It's pathetic.
It's the reality.
It's pathetic. Now, I said I was going to ask a question with regards to the loneliness. I mean, we watched the video where a man was saying you're literally your own brother, you're your own sister, and all that. Okay, so with regards to that, how does isolation or loneliness impact those who move abroad without a strong support system?
My brother just here,
yes, please,
shared with us a few moments ago that in Africa we have this culture, this community culture, and we grew up with that culture, this social culture, hanging out with friends, with family, every time, we have this culture. And even somebody you never knew before, you can get the person on the road and quickly
exchange pleasantries and all that.
That's not possible abroad, and this creates huge problems. It creates huge problems for people because there you cannot socialize like that.
Even when you have problems,
yes,
inside,
if you have problems, people can be seeing you dying because they can be seeing you dying and they can leave you they can leave you there, because who knows, by trying to help you, you create problem for them. You know, this mindset that they have, I don't know what it comes from, where it comes from, but everybody is up to his business, you know. Everybody focusing on his business,
Yes.
what I'm doing, you know. So that's the main question. And I have some friends, that feels very lonely, and even some people go even to the extent of suicide, because
Wow.
yes, there are some people that go to the extent of suicide because they can't have somebody to share their problems with. You know, they have problems, they have issue,
Right.
and they have to enjoy it alone. You know, sometimes you might wish to have somebody to share with, somebody to carry your luggage with you, you know, your burden with you. But if you are alone, if you are lonely, who will share?
It's
And
so
then
pathetic.
yes, with some people get even to that extent to take up their life.
Do you have
And-
anything to say with this? I'm sorry, sir.
No.
Yeah, I think as he mentioned and as we saw in the video, depression in Europe come with a lot of factors that we mentioned earlier, because you are in a cultural differences, you are in your tiny apartment, people can be celebrating their birthday but quietly, you know, because
You must not make
no
noise.
nothing. And for many Africans who live abroad, they have to carry that burden alone, because it's difficult to share with family. Because in Africa, when you start telling people that I'm depressed, because you go to work, the way people talk to you, the way they treat you, in some cases they'll insult your accent. You know, you go to job interview, the question will be, do you have any experience in Europe? You'll be like, no, I don't. But the question is, my CV didn't grow up in a village, you know. So like you have that depression you carry on yourself. So people are disturbed because yes, they are isolated from family and friends. They face that constant financial pressure. It comes to a time where I open my mailbox, and I see that white envelope. In France, we say white envelope. White envelope usually come from government. When it comes from government, is usually government taking money from you. It's never the opposite. So the moment you see that shock that you get, what have I done again? That is the question you should be asking yourself. People depressed also because the experience of racism and rejection, because you have that white hegemony, you know, especially being a black person in Europe. We don't say it often. We are hypocrites about it, but people live, you know. Why do we smile all the time when we see people from different colors? It's because of that hypocrisy, you know. But racism exists. In the metro, everywhere you pass during your full day, somebody somewhere will still remind you that you are not from here. You don't belong to this place. You are taking our jobs. I mean, there's always those burdens that you have to carry. So it doesn't matter how many years you spend. It doesn't matter how you are able to craft that British, you know, accent or American accent. The moment you still have that thin skin, you know,
It will always affect you.
it will always affect you. So
I remember one experience that I had earlier on this year. I went to Belgium, so I was at the train station. So I wanted to call somebody to come and pick me up. So I had no data.
Sure. And you can't borrow from
I had
anybody.
no data. So I wanted somebody to share his data with me
Yeah.
for me to call somebody. I was there more than 1 hour.
It's
I asked this
unfortunate.
person, it's not possible. I asked this person, it's not possible. I asked this person, it's not possible. I was just running up and down, up and down. You know, these people, they are very private, and you have to respect their privacy.
Let me ask you something. Do you think if people had an idea or a slightest clue of what's going on abroad, do you think there would still be this force or push to want to travel abroad?
You know, everybody wants to get this chance. I don't know. You know, because there's something also. If you never travel abroad, you will not find, or you might not be able to make some differences. Yes. You need to know the good and the bad.
Then you choose where
Then
you
you
belong.
choose what you belong.
How about you?
some years ago, I encouraged people, go home, especially from diaspora. Let's go home. Let's go and build our countries. We got experience, etc. And I tell people in the country that don't leave, don't move. You know, we're coming
Remain
back
there.
to build a country. But I ask myself, even I wasn't exposed to certain things.
Would you say that?
I think it would be difficult. You know, he says something at the beginning of the show, which I love. Life is good everywhere. Okay? Life is good everywhere. You just need to find the better place to live.
Okay. We've actually come to the end of this. Now, my conclusion to this very discussion we've had today is, in the end, life abroad is neither perfect dream nor an unbearable hardship. Okay? It's a mix of both. Do you get? So the experience varies greatly depending on personal circumstances and destination mindset, as well as expectation, like Mr. Christian said. Now, what's often left out of the conversation are quiet battles, all right? Cultural shocks, loneliness, like we've mentioned, identity shifts, and pressure to succeed. It's important to look beyond these filtered versions of expat life and understand the deeper reality. Now, for some, life overseas brings growth and opportunity. For others, it brings unexpected struggles. Either ways, it's a journey that reshapes how one sees the world, like we've just concluded in the studio. Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel, for coming.
Thank you
It's
very
really
much,
a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very
and
much,
Mr.
EJ.
Christian, it's an honor having you, sir. Until we come your way next week, I still remember your girl, EJ. Stay blessed, stay safe, plenty love from me to you. Bye-bye.